Hello everyone and welcome to another video of RPGs with Paddy. I'm Paddy. Today we are going to look at the excellent Brindlewood Bay RPG, where a group of old ladies go around solving mysteries which have a darker background as well. Before we begin, please like and subscribe if you enjoy what I'm doing here. I would really appreciate it as I try to grow the channel. So this game was available in test format for some years, and the creator did a few rounds demoing it with popular gaming podcast groups. In 2022, there was a successful Kickstarter to move it from the print and play to a published book, and to expand on the rules and settings a bit. The preprint PDF has now been released to the Kickstarter backers, and the print copy is due soon. The game is about a group of old ladies who go around solving mysteries. It's based on cozy TV shows like Murder, She Wrote, and there is a hint at some darker terrors beyond. I was worried that maybe my wording might be spoilery, but the cover art has monstrous tentacles coming out of the bay, so it's fairly clear. The success on Kickstarter also led to an additional set of scenarios called Nephews in Peril, which includes an additional 6 mysteries. That has not been released yet in any format. Finally, the Kickstarter also funded a cookbook, which is a fully functional cookbook, but also serves as a prop with several handwritten comments within to solve a different mystery. Very, very immersive. You think about the old ladies while they're cooking, and then they take down little notes thinking about, this person is suspicious. Again, that has not been released yet, but I look forward to reading it and reviewing it for you. So now, on to the review. At the start of the book, the players can read, so there's no worries about any spoilers here. I will have a separate longer video for Keepers, which will be spoiler heavy. But this one, anyone can safely watch without spoiling any information. There are also 6 scenarios, which I won't go into here, but I'll review them all individually. I think this is a great game for newcomers because it uses a lot of the tropes that players are probably familiar with from TV shows like Murder, She Wrote, maybe Miss Marple or Poirot, or even things like the Golden Girls for, a group of old ladies going around getting up to no good. So it's very easy for the players to role play that, and you can really lean heavily into tropes and stereotypes, which is always easier for beginning role players. It's also a rules light game, which means very little explanation. If you haven't seen it already, check out this video, link in the description, about trying to explain board games to people. It is amazing and shockingly realistic. The only downside to a rules light system is that sometimes with new players, having so much freedom to improvise can be intimidating. Some new players prefer clear-cut rules, but just encourage your players to participate as much as they feel comfortable. And players, don't worry about making mistakes. Just say what you think might be working and gradually build up your confidence a little bit. RPGs are generally very safe spaces to explore your improvisation. Okay, so some information now. A group of elderly women have a book club called the Murder Mavens Mystery Book Club. They live in the town of Brindlewood Bay in Massachusetts, and they are amateur detectives and help the police solve several crimes. They usually just stumble into the crimes, they're not hired, and this is what makes it a cozy mystery as opposed to private detective show. So you will go around gathering clues trying to solve the mystery. Once you have gathered a certain number of clues, you will discuss with the other mavens and try to connect all or most of the clues to make a logical solution. The rules are very simple, and most of it comes down to conversations. The keeper describes the setting and the mavens react. The conversation ends when any maven says that they are taking an action that triggers a move. And generally the keeper will resolve that move and then return to the conversation. There are 3 types of moves: basic moves, Maven moves, and custom moves. First, let's start with basic moves. There are 7 basic moves. The day move is when you do something risky or face something you fear during the daytime. The night move is when you do something risky or face something you fear during the night, and nighttime is more dangerous. The meddling move is when you search for a clue or otherwise gain information. The cozy move is when you have an intimate moment with another Maven while one of you are engaged in your cozy activity, and you choose your cozy activity, for example, baking, knitting, painting, etc. And you also get a clue from this. So this represents you kind of having a conversation with your friend in a relaxing setting, and then maybe something comes to you. The Gold Crown mystery move can be used once per mystery. Any Maven can say, "This reminds me of something that happened to Amanda Delacourt." Amanda Delacourt is their favorite character in a mystery book series. You essentially get the best result in a relevant challenge, or introduce a new fact about the current situation that the keeper has to include. So this is your way to, kind of guarantee success or to change the story a little bit. The occult move happens the first time you engage in an activity related to the supernatural or the occult. And finally, theorize. The Mavens have an open discussion once they have enough clues and try to work in all of the clues to come up with a logical solution. That's a lot. Don't worry. There is a clear reference sheet with all of these, and really, the players don't need to know about this. Just keep describing what you're doing, and the keeper will tell you if you need to do something, if you need to make a roll. So those are the basic moves. Maven moves are special moves unique to each Maven, and the player gets to choose these at the start. There is a huge list of these, and there is even a secondary list. The first list all come from great detective TV shows. Some examples were Fox Mulder from The X-Files, Frank Columbo from Columbo, Dale Cooper from Twin Peaks, and B.A. Baracus from the A-Team, just to name a few. The secondary list has, whereas the primary list focuses on TV shows, the secondary list focuses on detective books. So, for example, you might have a Sherlock Holmes move, a Hercule Poirot move, or Miss Marple move, something like that. Before play, the keeper decides which set to use, the standard moves or the secondary moves. Personally, I think you could easily mix them, but players might take too long choosing. Even one list is quite long. All of the moves have a nice hint at the bottom for what flavor you want to bring. And it says, pick this move if you want. So for example, Dale Cooper in Twin Peaks, pick this move if you want. So pick the Dale Cooper move if you want to explore the supernatural. For Fox Mulder, pick this move if you want to make the occult a more central part of the story. Okay. Basically, most moves will result, so basic moves and Maven moves, most of them will result in you rolling 2 dice and adding your relevant modifier. You have 5 attributes: vitality, composure, reason, presence, and sensitivity, with a score ranging from -3 to +3. Generally speaking, a score of less than 7 is a failure, and then there are degrees of success: 7 to 9, 10 to 11, and 12 plus, improving in degrees of success. On a failed roll, the keeper will describe what happens to you. And this could even mean your death suddenly, especially if it's a nighttime activity. As the game is mostly conversation based, there would not normally be a way to combat this, and death could result from just one bad die roll, which would be very frustrating for the players. However, there is a secret weapon for the players: crowns. Basically, after the keeper narrates what has happened, you can put on a crown, and that doesn't happen. This is described in-game as a brief overlapping of a different timeline that we got to witness. It's described out of the game as if you're reading a choose-your-own-adventure, and you keep your thumb on the previous page in case your choice leads to death. So, and then you decide, oh no, I don't want to do that, go back here, I'll choose a different option. So this is not only a nice mechanic to avoid either instant death or having too many rules to make the game complex to overcome this, but if you put on a crown, then you must choose either the crown of the Queen or the crown of the Void. And on your character sheet, you have to tick one of the relevant boxes for Crown of the Queen and Crown of the Void. I believe there are 5 boxes each. And these will lead to some role-playing prompts for you as well. Generally, the Crown of the Queen will be positive or building up a deeper relationship and character. And the Crown of the Void would generally be negative things and some role-playing. Once the last Void box is ticked, your character will retire. And that is the end of your character's adventure. Okay, so that is all that you need to know to start playing. And remember, you don't need to remember all of this. Just a vague understanding that that's how it's going to go. This game is very, very heavy on the role-playing. So don't worry about memorizing the rules. Just try to embody your favorite Golden Girl, your best Hercule Poirot, or Jessica Fletcher from Murder, She Wrote. And just act it out naturally. You're around a group of old friends. Enjoy playing that. So this is where we will leave it for this video. That's all the players need to be aware of. If you are the keeper, I will have an additional video explaining the rules in more depth to you, because the keeper should know all of the rules relatively well. So that's the end of the video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you next time.